Hello, everyone. I'm Jeremy Santos. I just came back from watching Assassin's Creed the movie. I can't say I was totally taken by it. Don't get me wrong, it was good overall. And for a video game movie, it actually was a good movie. It didn't expound on, hey, look at me, I'm an Assassin's Creed guy. Woo! It wasn't like that. It was, if you didn't know anything about the games, you would have not known it was in relation to it. It actually was a cohesive movie in that stance. The movie itself, though, there's a lot to say. There is a lot to say. One of the things I would like to say, I am very happy that when they went to the 12th, 13th century during the Spanish Inquisition time they were in, they did not screw up with the history as from what I know. I'm very happy they did not do that. It was just, we're in this time period, here's the assassins, here's our antagonist, let's do this. It was good. Here's our basic missions, and here's our basic mission, let's do the mission, and I won't spoil the movie for you here. The first 2/3 of the movie, though, was really disconjointed. It was not cohesive enough for me. It was definitely not focused. It needed more focus for the whole movie for the first 2/3 of the movie to work. The last third of the movie, starting from the last scene in Spain, all the way to the very end of the movie, worked really good. I enjoyed that part. They kind of rushed through it, but the last part, last scene from Spain to the very end of the movie, the present time, it did work for me. It could have been done way better, but for what he did, it was good. The first 2/3, the problems I had with it, the very first modern song, I don't know why they chose it because they didn't do any other modern songs like that. It was like they should have chosen another piece of music for that. And it was kind of also like a scene that wasn't needed at that point. They could have done it later in the flashback if they were telling as they were telling the story as they were. The parts that happened in Spain, I thoroughly enjoyed a lot. Um, I wish they kept more into it and didn't do the shaky cam or fight cam because I want to see them fighting a lot more. And there's, but how about the interaction between the Animus from the present time to this time to the past? Again, the first 2/3 to try to mix it to try to show the audience that we're in this world. Here's how it is. That weird robotic arm carrying Michael Fassbender's character, doing the roles and everything. They could have left that in the very beginning, showing here's the animus. This is how it's going to work. Try to stay in sync, because otherwise you're going to lose. You're going to feel very sick. You lose synchronization. They could have done that better. They could have focused on that a little bit more in the very beginning. Then they could have had more focus in the time instead of merging in and out from present time. Here's what's really happening to. Here's what happened back then. It was just not cohesive. It was not. It needed better focus. It needed to be cut cleaner. A lot less cuts than they had. They really tried to make it. I think they really tried to make it more dramatized than it should have been, and where they should have tried to make it a little bit more grounded. I think if they did that, they would have had a better movie, in my opinion. But it's a mixed movie. It's a mixed movie. As a video game movie, I think I said before, it's a good one. It's not great. As far as the movie goes, it works. If I were to give it a grade, I would probably give it a C, C plus. It's an as a movie itself, I think it's an average movie. Nothing too special in front of it that led it anywhere. Very little, very little character development. It's like these just random guys. There's like nothing special to them, in my opinion. I did like the inclusion of a very famous character in there in the very end, which we find out. I won't spoil it for you. I like his inclusion in the story, and I like the parts in the very how they turned out in the very end. It leads itself to a continuation of the movies and as a franchise, but it does feel like it's a separate entity from the games. It's like we know it's the same story, but it feels like it's a totally cut separate thing, which I think was a mistake. And the character development, there was like none there, practically none. We needed more cohesive. We needed more focus on everything, for the most part. Bless me. But overall, I believe I am glad I saw it. I would not recommend it if you're not into the games. I would not recommend it to anyone who wants more action, faster action, more focused action. So it's a mixed movie. It's a mixed movie for me. I want to like it more than I do. I want to like it more than I do. I really am into the games, as you can see. Real metal, by the way. But it's just not it. As a video game movie, it's a worthy contender. It's up there as it's listed up there in a better video game movies compared to all the other ones that came out. As a movie in general, it's too disconjointed. Again, it's like a C rating. It's a good effort. There was a small story if you're able to follow it, but you just needed more work. You just really needed more work. I think they rushed it out to be released on this date on 12/21 to coincide with the Mayan calendar prediction 12/21/12 and the times, whatever. They tried to make it coincide with it. I think they rushed it when it couldn't use it. I think it needed like 3 more script rewrites and cuts to make it more, just to make it better. But those are my thoughts and opinions directly from seeing the movie. So thank you very much for watching. If any of you watching here really thought what I had to say was of any value and it's clear enough and you'd like to hear more of what I had to say about different movies, let me know. Like the video, commented on it. Let me know. If there is some interest, I'll do more. I promise that. But as far as Assassin's Creed movie, if you're really into the games, give it a chance. I would recommend matinee it or wait for a Blu-ray or something. But it's worth it's worth watching in theaters. Just matinee it or wait for it to come out on dusk. So thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.